cảm ơn. Mong.
Oh shit, there's more.
Yeah.
Right. I was happy to stop there.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Emmazing. So, you guys might wondering who I have here, right? So this is a friend of mine and he is also one of my favorite lecturer when I'm doing my course here at the University of Wollongong. So let me present you Elias.
Hi viewers.
Let's get right into it. So Elias, would you mind just telling everyone, the viewers, and also a little bit about yourself, if that's okay, just to get
Right, my name's Elias Kyriazis. As I tell everyone, I have been at the University of Wollongong forever. I did my Bachelor of Commerce degree here when I was 18 years of age, economics and management majors, and did the 4 available marketing subjects. It was during that early degree that I went, oh, I don't mind this marketing. So anyhow, I left, went out in the workforce, worked for a boring bank, then went, yeah, this is just not me. An opportunity came up to do a master's degree. So at the age of 23, I was actually a teaching fellow of the university, teaching management subjects, then transitioned into marketing. Finished my MCom honours degree, and then went out in the workforce as a marketing director for a legal firm, came back to Wollongong as a sales and marketing executive for a local plumbing supply company. Received a call from the university saying, do you want to work as an associate lecturer, which was, yeah, okay, what do you want me to do? And they said exactly the same subjects you were tutoring before for less hours and triple the pay. And so I was enrolled here, ended up doing my doctorate here on marketing, working with engineers during new product development. And now, yeah, we're a major university, top 200 in the world, and yeah, a heap of Chinese students, Indian students, brilliant Vietnamese students. So I've seen it all in terms of University of Wollongong. So clearly have a passion for marketing. I like teaching the introduction course and also the final strategy. So you start them off on the path, and then I call myself the diamond polisher. I bring out the sparkle in my students, and clearly Emma's one of my best.
Yes, thank you very much for sharing with us a little bit about yourself. And I can see that you have quite a really good history about how compassionate that you about marketing, and how compassionate you towards teaching us as your students. You are one of my favorite teachers, lecturer, as a tutor as well. I'm really lucky to have you, and it's an honor of mine to have you here and to do this interview and just to share our viewers and also the international students.
No, look, I really like what you're doing, because I've always had a soft spot for international students. It's like, how do you go to another country where it's not your first language and literally sit in the classroom with domestic students? There's no way I could go to any Asian country. I am so incompetent. I haven't learnt any words in Chinese, Vietnamese, or what have you at all. I have zero gift with languages. So when I see kids that have come across the world, and I know the pressure from their families or whatever, I just think, yeah, these are the toughest kids to begin with. So I've always had a soft spot, and tried to develop assessments that help them. And just encourage and bring out their best, because it must be a massive culture shock. So thank you for showing them, hey, you're not going to go to Australia, it's the end of the world, and be traumatised.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
a really great experience if you embrace it the right way.
Yes, true said. Yes, but so what you mentioned earlier about how can we be a little bit, as international students, we can be overwhelmed when in a class full of domestic students. And then we could have cultural shock, and as you said before, English is not our first language, our mother tongue, so it can be a little bit challenging for us to adapt to not only the Australian culture, but also like the whole new educational system.
It is a massive shock. My father came, who had learnt English overseas, and for 2 months he learnt from my auntie, and he thought that my auntie had taken his money for nothing. She didn't charge him much, obviously it was her brother. But the Australian accent itself is so difficult to understand.
Yes.
I've had international students saying, Elias, you talk too fast. I'm probably doing it now, I apologise. Why? Or you're using words, but that would be the number one tip. Try to get used to the Australian accent. Get out here a couple of weeks before you have to, because it's a real shock to be in the first lecture going, I don't know what this idiot is saying, right? He's talking 100 miles an hour, he's using words I haven't. That adds to the stress. And I know that if you have a chance to get used to the accent and just breathe and ease into it, those first few weeks are a lot more pleasant. And look, Australian students, they are very frustrated with international students because you're a different culture. You're polite, you're reserved, you won't talk. If you're in group work, you don't get involved. And I've had a lot of them say, look, we finally got the guy talking and he's great. But it's a real barrier because especially online, you had international students who just won't talk, won't put a camera on. Guys, you're here to get involved with the culture. Take a chance, right? You'll find that 99% of Australian students are just happy to have you talk and they realise how hard it is. But if you're not talking to them, they don't know. And it really confuses because we are an outgoing population. You know, we'll say, g'day mate, how are you going to everyone? And explain. If you can't understand, just say it. Say, look, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. You're speaking a bit too quickly. Just say it. And most people will go, yeah, okay, no worries. And try to slow it down. So, look, you've got to make it, don't stay in your shell. You're here in a totally different culture. You need to come out of it. And no one's going to bite you. No one's going to yell at you.
Yes.
They want to see your personality. And I know from a teaching perspective, international students in the first tutorial where you've seen me do it, I go, no, you're going to talk. What do you mean? No, I want to hear your opinion. This is a safe place. I know that culturally in your countries that we're some gods and someone to be revered, and that's a good thing. But really, we want you to talk. We want you to express yourself, to come out of your shell and have an opinion. That is what we want in an Australian university, where you can think for yourself, not just because your lecturer said it's correct, but to analyse it. And you need to come out of your comfort zone and say, yeah, I'm going to have a chat. I'm going to try. And if it's awkward the first few times, so be it. There's Australian students at times struggle to speak publicly, but once you overcome it, I know it's a different cultural perspective, but the Aussies say, have a go, right? And that's what I'm saying, just try and have a go.
Yes, and I think personally I was the one with the cultural shock. And then because I spent my entire life, like exactly 11 years of my life studying in English back in Vietnam. But the type of English that I studied and I learned the most is the American English. So the first day I got here, people were just like, good day mate, how are you? I was like, wait, what is he saying?
That's
I
true.
was, for first time ever, like on the streets, because in Asia, when you see strangers approaching you, you have to assume that they would kidnap you, kind of thing. It's just the way it is, like, you know, the cultural difference. And then when I first got here, like when I hopped off the plane from Sydney airport, people were just like making eye contact with me in Woolworths, in Coles, like when I was just doing the regular shopping. And whenever I just make eye contact, I mean, Australians just like really friendly.
That is a big use. I see that walking down the street, Asians will just look down.
Yes,
and I get
exactly,
when you're on a busy street, there are so many people. I get it, right? But you can see that is what's expected. The eye contact. It's how you going? We talk with our eyes. A smile. Cool. No dramas. And look, and that is one of the things in terms of the discrimination, which is an issue, and a lot of students have experienced it sadly. It's not as prevalent as the media make out, but it is, I think, one of those things is because you think, oh, they're just keeping to themselves, there's no understanding, but the moment you smile or whatever, you become a person and not just a stereotype. And it's a good skill to have, especially if you're going to do international business, and bring out your confidence, because that's the one thing I'd like to do with international, bring out their confidence, to be able to express themselves. And you've heard me say, you need to be able to stand up to a cranky boss and explain yourself which is not part of the Asian clan culture. And these are important things, and this is why your video is important, to listen. And whether you get other YouTube clips on Australianisms, this is what it sounds like, this is what it means, and just so students understand what's going on. But look, the University of Wollongong has always had a genuine pro-international student culture. I've never seen any resistance to international students. It's always tried from day one, what can we do that will help? But a lot of the times it's frustrating from a lecturer's perspective when there are clear language barriers, and we would say to an international student, you need to go to this unit to get help, and they wouldn't, and they'd fail. We don't like seeing that. It breaks our hearts when we see students struggling with English. So the message is, understand that if you're struggling, it's genuine, it's no shame on you, and it usually improves. Like you see it, the students who actually do the basics, make sure their English is okay, get over that initial trauma of trying to understand Australian, genuinely improve. And this is just part of the process.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing. I mean, me personally, I got a huge problem with communication when I first got here, even though that we have to, like, as international students, before we got to Australia and enrolled to our course, we had to sort of like get an English certificate, so that, you know, the university would know that we're qualified.
The IELTS.
Yes, so we got the IELTS.
Your English is superb.
Thank you very much.
No, seriously.
There's just kind words.
No, it's the fact. I've been doing this for a very long time.
Thank you very much.
That's the first thing I noticed. I went, yep, explains her marks. Excellent English. And again, and this is what you're trying to tell. You did not sound like this when you started in Australia, did you?
No, no. I did not know the words such as like bottle. I did know words such as thongs are in like flip-flops.
Flip-flops. The bottle is an important word.
Yes,
it's where
exactly.
Australians purchase alcohol, which many international students think is our national sport, drinking.
Oh my god, yes. I mean, what I'm saying is Australian, regardless of their occupation or any kind of like, even in a classroom, as a student in a classroom, the teachers and then everyone is so approachable, so friendly, and they always sort of like want to make the other person that they're speaking to, they're talking to, the friendly, I mean, in the friendliest way as possible.
And that is,
yes.
And I get the respect that you show your teachers, and that's probably one of the most difficult things I have to overcome, to build that rapport where they feel safe enough to talk in my class. The frustration is when students just don't say anything, we just don't know what's going on. So yeah, videos like this are going, please make more of them. You should have a video just on converting Australian slang.
There's a lot.
And take 2 or 3 minutes or 4.
It must be like from Vietnam to Australia distance, you get like the whole, like, you should have like Australians should have like the Australian English dictionary. Like, it's totally different from what I studied like 11 years of my life doing
formal English versus what we Australians do to the English language.
Yes. Personally, I think that those are the most important skills for a student in a marketing major, because in the future they're going to be marketers.
Absolutely.
In organization.
If you can't get in front of a camera or talk to a customer face to face while you do marketing, you should be in a research role hiding. That was my frustration, that the international students really struggled with Zoom. They just would not put their cameras on.
That process.
It is, and I'd sit there going, are you even there? Like you've got this great, this thing, I'm going to be horrible, I'm going to embarrass myself, I'm going to shame myself. That's bullshit. Have a go. The Australian. And when they did, I sat there going, we could have had this for the last 9 weeks. They are great. And they were fantastic. But it's that fear of embarrassment, that cultural side of, I might get a word wrong. I get words wrong. And I was born here. You've seen me do it when I go, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, you laugh, you joke, and you move on. Right? The end of the world will not happen if you get a sentence wrong. All right? Or something comes out the wrong way. I know. I do it and I get recorded all the time. So that's it. Just get over it. You're not going to improve unless you actually try. You know, and even if you sit in front of a mirror at home and say, right, I'm going to try my English, talking in front of a mirror. You are evidence of the reward, right? Totally confident and highly capable, and I'd be your referee in a heartbeat and just go, yep, just employ this student and say thank you.
That would be.
But that's what I did.
That,
with my good students, that's the support you get from your lecturers. We know that you can work in any organisation. We've done our job. Just it's hard coming from a culture where the university professor is king or your teacher's king, and yeah, whatever they say you must do, and they can't be questioned. It's hard, but that's why you're coming over here.
I think that every major, like regardless of industry that you're gonna be working for, not even only marketing, but like even like IT, like technology, you need the confidence and you need the experience in order to impress the employers. The
exactly. That's it. Why are you doing this? It's to show that you've learned, you've been able to go into a totally foreign environment and adapt. And you adapt well, and that just rewards you. It also gives you different perspectives, the ability to challenge and think, to say, hey, that's not right, but also explain why and present your boss or customers with solutions. That's what success is. You don't need another yes boss, no boss. There's no innovation there. There are no benefits there to the company, right? That just doesn't work. Right, let's get back to this.
Yep, so
Is
I think
that a low
that's
battery message on your iPad?
No. I think that is the end of our interview. So let's just put this away. So how was it? I mean, yeah, how are you feeling about the whole interview?
I'm not going to talk underwater. That's good. I like what you're doing. If it helps any kid, that's a big deal, right? So yeah, it's valuable. If it wasn't valuable, I wouldn't be doing it. As you know, I've got a shitload of stuff to be doing at the moment.
I really appreciate you being here,
look,
present of this.
I've said I will always back my students. You're trying to do the right thing, and well done. And honourable mention for Jack, sitting through all of this.
I mean, he's going to be in the video as well. I mean, his voice, his spirit.
You'll see my ass putting the
Or choking.
Yeah, possibly, yes. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I bet that my viewers, my channel, and then our viewers, right? Is it our viewers?
Your
yes.
viewers.
They would love to see this video in terms of like useful information, content, and then you being here, just relax, sitting down and talk. And yes. And thank you very much for being here again. Yeah, so thank you very much for the viewers for watching until this end of this video, and I hope that every information, every content from this video is very helpful for you. Okay, if you like this video, remember to press the like button and then also the subscribe button. And then if you have anything sort of like feedbacks or like future ideas for future videos on my channel, just don't forget to put the comments below. Alright, so thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much for you guys watching till this end, and I'm Emma and
Elias, Senior Lecturer, Marketing, University of Wollongong, been here forever. Right, there's a reason I'm a Senior Lecturer, because I've spent more time teaching than I should.
yeah, exactly. I
Right.
mean,
I'm sitting down, jeez. Sorry.
it's alright. Cảm ơn.
Gum. Oh shit, there's more.
Yeah.
I was happy to stop there.
Thank you very much. It's like forwards, so I'm gonna be saying
Right.
forwards. Right? Cảm ơn mọi người.
No chance of getting it right.
What?
Come
I
on.
don't need to get it right.
Come on.
I
How
mean,
bad
you
is
can-
that?
I'm just saying, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Just
come
do it
on.
your style.
And the second part?
Mọi. No, come on, just do it your style.
Mark?
It's not marketing.
No.
Mọi. Just do it your style. It's okay.
Mark?
Yeah. Mọi is fine. Yeah. Người.
No, not a chance.
So
Not a
just
chance.
do it
I
yourself.
told you. When I said I had a zero ability, this is what I meant.
Maybe just the word is fine. Just thank you. Cảm ơn.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everyone.
For allowing me the opportunity to embarrass myself internationally. Thank you.
Okay.
See, Australians having a go.
No, it's perfect. I mean, that word alone is